If you have clicked on this video because you think I'm going to shoot a MoistCr1tikal comedy, you have been baited, my friend, since I will do no such thing, because trying to explain that someone is not funny is like trying to explain to a blind person what color is. It is incredibly difficult, because depending on your age, culture, mood, health, language, education, sex, ideology, morals, experience, strength, beliefs, curiosity, motivation, appearances, empathy, philosophy, sensibilities, biases, and height, you will find different kinds of things funny. Anyways. MoistCr1tikal is lazy with his content. I think that statement is not controversial, but I also think that Charlie is not that engaging either. To prove that, I made an experiment. I watched the past 12 days of Charlie content. I skipped the podcast and the hour-long videos because those are not really representative of the majority of Charlie's channel. The rest of the content can be divided into gameplay commentary, opinion pieces, reviews, and react videos. I think gameplay videos, those being John Christian, Gundam, and Lego Star Wars, are not meant to be funny or entertaining. You may notice that because Charlie doesn't make many comments overall in those videos. Supposedly these are also stream highlights, so I was asking myself what happened in the streams if the video is already filled with dead space. It has more dead space, but because there is the chat in there, this could be bridged with whatever is going on in the background. This is more of a personal problem, but if I had a stream and a video like this, where most of the time I don't say anything and don't really respond to chat, I would get my ass blasted by viewers and critics alike, and rightfully so, because that shit is boring. On top of it, the video is barely edited. Like there's one editing technique and it's called cut. I would have not expected this, but the majority of Charlie's content are opinion pieces where he talks about a random topic. Be it current news like Elon Musk buying Twitter, blazing hot takes like the biggest failure in gaming, Battlefield 2042, more structured reviews like MoistMeter, and structured reviews that are not called MoistMeter like Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of the worst movies ever. Here I want to highlight one specific video where Charlie talks about the IGN employment drama, and he shows the tweet blocking out the name and profile picture of the person that just posted the job offer saying that.
Now, I'm gonna blank out the person's name that posted this because I don't want anyone to harass them, and I don't think it's their fault. It's not like they chose the $20 base rate number.
You can quickly type in the tweet and find the original. Especially since the date of the tweet is not blocked out, we know that the person is verified, and we know roughly how many likes and retweets it should have at minimum. Charlie is not very smart for someone that has been doing this for 10 years, and you might think this is maybe a one-off mistake, but it isn't.
Because I've had shit like that happen in the past where I would talk about something, not a react video, just a full-blown response video to something, and then there'd be people in the community that would go and just be a complete fucking asshole to that person. Even though I'd actively discourage that behavior, I have no way of controlling it besides just saying, don't do that. And by making easier access, like a link in the description directly to it, I felt it could enable people to just go and harass him, which I never want to happen to anyone.
I believe Charlie when he says that he doesn't want anyone getting harassed. But unfortunately, he or his editor is too stupid to understand when it's okay to link stuff and when not. It took me like a minute to find the original post, by the way. If someone wants to harass that person, they are going to be able to. Which leads us perfectly into Charlie's reaction content. And to be honest, that is the smallest part of Charlie's channel and his streams, but I think we should still talk about them.
What we do here is go back.
A small, unassuming kebab black-hole area willing to help us with a...
See, like, you don't know if it's poop or a kebab.
In 2015, I did release the content cup named Busting Jinx Reload, where he shows how reaction content should not be done. Mainly sitting there, saying very little to nothing, and re-uploading the original video without much change. It seems that after that video, a big portion of the YouTube audience and creators agreed that these types of reactions were lazy and also broke fair use. Some would even compare this type of content to stealing, which I don't. I do think it's straight out theft, but of course not all reaction content is the same. Some reaction content adds enough to the original material that it should be considered its own thing.
But to say that all react channels are the same or the just bad inherently, I just don't agree with, because I guarantee most of the content you watch is also based heavily on reacting to something.
Thank you very much, Charlie. For example, Jay Longbone does reactions to the show Batwoman, and while they show a decent amount of the series, not only do they have a layout for when the show is running in the background and they are talking, they also have several edits to emphasize their points and also cut away regularly to tell the viewer their opinions or to explain certain things further. This is high quality reaction content that doesn't just re-upload the original creation. So again, for everyone, reaction content is clearly on a spectrum. On the one side we have Jinx and lazy thievery, and on the other side we have Jay Longbone and high quality entertaining reaction content that also follows fair use.
Oh shit, here we go again.
The question is, where do we put Charlie? Charlie's a thief. To show what I mean, we're going to take a deeper look at the video called YouTube's Greatest Mystery, where Charlie reacts to Pay Money Wabi's mystery meat. The original video is roughly 27 minutes long, and the reaction video is roughly 6.5 minutes. That is already a good sign. At least Charlie didn't re-upload the entire video. If we're being super generous, and I am, the reaction is roughly 10 minutes long, and there's 6.5 minutes of Wabi's content in there. Looking at the numbers, it looks fine, right? Just to be clear though, if you deem necessary, you can use 100% of the original content in your reaction. It's all about what are you adding to the original video. Charlie doesn't add much, besides laughing sometimes.
A small, unassuming kebab Blackpool area willing to help us with a project. What are you? What was so frustrating about this is now
show you said image here.
Asking obvious questions.
How did they do that? What? Bro, what kind of weirdos like, yeah, I'll tell you where the poop comes from. How much you paying me? How? How?
And repeating what was said in the video with different words.
See, like, you don't know if it's poop or a kebab. Yeah, I think that's a great comparison. It is quite the interesting conundrum. So this is where I stand on it. I think it's probably bad kebab because there's no way someone took a shit that presentable into a box. There's no way. It sucks. Yeah, it's trash.
I'm the chef at
the king of kebab. Yeah, language barrier. UK, US, like, you know, misunderstanding. He's getting so excited. I'm getting excited with him. Oh my god. We're so close. That's such a loose connection. Oh my god, that's so good.
But this is also from a stream, right? So let's take a look at the stream. Once again, I'm being very generous with what is considered intro and outro, and here is the result. That doesn't look that bad, right? Oh no. Oh no, Charlie. Oh no.
And I still hate the Fine Bros. It's not hypocritical to say I don't like the Fine Bros React series, because their React series is literal nothing burgers. You literally get just like a fart when you watch a React Bros video, because there's no jokes put in there. There's no personality. It's just people sitting there silently as a video plays going, ooh, ah, like jingling keys in front of a toddler. That's boring.
Wait, is that maybe something Charlie does?
Now, when I do react shit, and it's the way I've always done it, whether I'm playing a game, watching a video, or anything of the sort, I'm constantly trying to interject jokes into it, or just have fun with whatever's going on there at the time.
Are you sure about that, Charlie?
How did they do that? What? Bro, what kind of weirdos like, yeah, I'll tell you where the poop comes from. How much you paying me? How? How? It's like back in college, I'm sure a lot of people did what my friends and I did. We'd sit in the dorm and we'd watch shitty movies or shitty TV shows, constantly poking jokes at it, one-upping each other's jokes, coming up with the best jokes we can with whatever we're watching. That's what I do on Twitch with the chat.
Oh yeah, I also remember back in the days where I would watch stuff with my bros and then upload the whole movie to YouTube to get millions of views, while also getting my dick sucked by everyone telling me that I'm a comedy genius. Sure, mate. I believe that. And for those who haven't figured out yet, Charlie's lazy by admission.
It's not exactly like I put a whole lot of thought into those. It was really just pretty lazy shit. The only way it could have been lazier is if I literally bent over on camera and goat-seed my ass. It's not like that was the tip-top of content possible or anything to that degree.
And there's nothing inherently wrong with being lazy, but if your laziness leads up to a point that you're stealing content without wanting to, then it's clearly a problem. And just to cap this off,
so I don't think React shit is inherently evil and shitty. I think there's people that are super bad at it, like certain Twitch streamers and channels like the Fine Bros. And again, the Fine Bros, it shouldn't even be called Fine Bros React series or anything. It should just be called, here's some internet pseudo-celebrities that sit silently and occasionally make a noise out of their mouth by accident that we forgot to edit out.
At least the Fine Bros follow fair use and at least try with the editing. You might not like it, but Charlie is one of the lowest trash when it comes to reaction content. And you know what drives me truly mad? Is that we moved on from stealing directly by re-uploading the video to YouTube with reactions in gigantic quotation marks to stealing the content on stream and then cutting all the reactions into a video but forgetting to actually react in the first place. Another thing is this.
Which is why with this newfound understanding of this perspective, I will no longer be watching full YouTube videos on stream. I'd rather take suggestions for YouTube videos to watch, but not watch the whole thing on stream. I'd rather watch it, see if it's something I have anything to add to, and then turn it into perhaps a full video response, which is my normal content. Contrary to what Dark Viper kind of hints at, I'm not just a React streamer. It's a very small part of what I do. I do a lot of different things, and reacting to content on stream is a very small part of it. So from now on, YouTube nights on my Twitch streams,
Carl Lucas on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe.
Feel free to stop in to put a few extra inches on your penis. From now on, those are going to look like people giving suggestions as they always have, and we'll maybe check them out for a little bit to see if it's anything that I can add value to, and if not, we're done. If there is, then we're still done because it's going to be a video that I will then watch the rest of on my own. If it is something that I can truly add something to and add more to for the content in order to branch off and talk more about it without showcasing the entire thing.
Oh, the irony! It's too much!
Not only is it a clear admission of guilt, but also a promise that in the future Charlie will no longer steal content on stream, and as I've shown, that is clearly not the case. Of course, in the comments you have people sucking Critical's dick and telling him that he's so level-headed and so right about everything, which he clearly isn't. Critical is not only a thief, he's a liar, but because it's Critical, it doesn't matter. I did a lot of research for this video on stream, and I was frustrated because I could not believe that someone was that stupid. So here's my hot take. I don't find Charlie funny, he's not very smart, and his reaction content is lazy garbage. Anyways, take care of yourselves and have a nice, wonderful day.